And let me just finish one little thing here. Okay. Justin, thank you for starting the recording and clearing the screen of everybody so that's not in the recording. Appreciate it. And all right, so let me hit got it. Elise, thank you for being here this morning. I have the pleasure of introducing Dr. Elisse Wright Barnes. She's your LinkedIn driving instructor, is a LinkedIn trainer, communication strategist, and workforce educator who teaches adults 50 and better to harness the power of LinkedIn for job searches, career transitions, nonprofit leadership, and encore entrepreneurship. As the owner and CEO, lead trainer of a certain vintage workforce education, Dr. Barnes provides LinkedIn training in partnership with public library systems, workforce and business development organizations, and graduate school and alumni programs throughout the United States. Dr. Barnes also partners with the Jewish Council for the Aging to provide LinkedIn training and facilitation for the Career Gateway program, the career development course for 50 plus job seekers, and with the Westchester, New York County Library System to teach nonprofit leaders to use LinkedIn for effective donor research and management. And she's a board member, recruitment engagement. Dr. Barnes is committed to teaching individuals 50 and better to reset, reboot, and reinvent to achieve their professional goals in the new economy while acknowledging their unique learning skill and their legitimate online security and privacy concerns surrounding the use of social media. Dr. Barnes is graduate of the Senior Leadership Montgomery Class of 2018, Yale College, Stanford Law School, and Ohio State University, where she earned a doctorate in the history of U.S. foreign policy. Dr. Barnes, thank you so much for being here again today. And I'm going to turn this over to you now. And if everybody has any questions for Dr. Barnes during the presentation, please put them in chat and I will ask them of Dr. Barnes as she goes from there. Thank you.
Great. Thank you, Anne. Great to see all of you, to see so many familiar faces. I came in sort of at the end of Mark's presentation, and I have to say I'm nowhere near the expert he is on ChatGPT. So when we get to the Q&A, if you start asking me technical questions about ChatGPT, my answer might be, I don't know. I am integrating all of this into thinking about LinkedIn, which is my forte. And so, you know, just a disclaimer from the beginning about my knowledge of ChatGPT. But I am going to be talking about using ChatGPT to enhance your LinkedIn profile. So as Anne mentioned, I am the facilitator for the Career Gateway program, a marvelous program. I'm also a graduate of that program and very proud to be the facilitator of it and working with my partner in crime, Jody, who is a fabulous program manager. I also provide small group LinkedIn trainings for public libraries, career development organizations, and my focus is really on helping individuals 50 and better achieve their job search, career transition, nonprofit leadership, and entrepreneurship goals. So since I started my business, I've had the pleasure of working with a number of universities, library systems, business development centers, career development organizations throughout the United States. And I really encourage you to consider entrepreneurship. It has been wonderful for me. So you probably don't need this slide because, again, you've heard a lot of this probably, I'm sure, from Mark's presentation, but just in short, ChatGPT is short for chat-based generative pre-trained transformer. It uses natural language processing to quickly generate text from your conversations. ChatGPT can automatically create compelling descriptions in just a few minutes using simple commands such as summarize my resume or highlight my experience. Not only does it provide convenience and efficiency, but it also ensures your written content is grammatically correct and concisely captures your accomplishments. But a word of caution, ChatGPT is a new technology. It's constantly evolving and it's in testing, and it may unintentionally generate incorrect information because it needs to gain more knowledge, which is, as Mark talked about, is what they're doing now, gaining more and more and more knowledge to perfect this product that they have. So be sure to also review the company's privacy policies to ensure you're comfortable with how it's using your information. So again, it's on you to make sure that you're comfortable with that. Okay. So why is LinkedIn great for a great place to start using ChatGPT? And I'm going to hide the floating controls here. Because LinkedIn profiles require a significant amount of copy, and this can be executed without you needing an employer or peer review or technical review, meaning you're the only person necessary to produce this copy. You don't need it to be reviewed by other people for you to then put it on your profile. And because ChatGPT can easily and quickly generate LinkedIn content for you to build upon if you provide details about your experience, your strengths, and your goals. And because ChatGPT allows you to spend far less time on repetitive and often time-consuming tasks like drafting invitations to connect or responses to invitations to connect, so you can use your time on LinkedIn on more strategic work, on more strategic things. So as opposed to the routine stuff. Okay. All right. So here are my 4 rules of the road for using ChatGPT to enhance your LinkedIn profile. Number 1, ChatGPT generated content is only the starting point. Okay. It's where you begin. It's sort of like Wikipedia. You know, if you find something on Wikipedia, you don't cite Wikipedia because anybody can change Wikipedia. Anybody can add things. The stuff on there is not necessarily accurate, frankly. Then you want to get some real sources after you start with Wikipedia. Wikipedia sort of gives you the broad outlines, but then you go and do real research, right? And find real sources, legitimate sources. And ChatGPT is like that. It can be inaccurate, but it gives you something so that you're not starting with a blank page. You will need to tweak whatever content ChatGPT creates for you to make it authentic to you and to make sure that it's accurate. Rule number 3, provide as much guidance as possible in your prompts. And you saw Mark doing that. You saw Mark demonstrating how you do that. That helps the ChatGPT create content that is less generic. Okay. And then 4, always generate at least 3 versions of any prompt. So again, you saw Mark iterating. Give me one that has this. Give me one that emphasizes that. Give me one. You want to save those and then sort through the options, the versions that ChatGPT has generated, pull what you like from each one, synthesize, then add your own flair to it so that it is you speaking and not the AI program speaking, but you, right? So here are 3 places where you can use places on your LinkedIn profile where you can use ChatGPT to generate draft content. Your about section, your experience section of your profile, and your headline. Again, on LinkedIn, it's sort of like the newspaper. I say, the most important things are above the fold, right? So from your about section up is the most important content on your profile. Because if you don't catch the reader's interest there, they're not going to scroll down and see the rest anyway. But also, the algorithm is picking up things that are in your headline about your skill set. So that when recruiters are looking for people with a particular skill set, when it's showing you other people that also have this skill set, when you are looking for groups to join, for all of these reasons, you want to make sure that your headline and your about section reinforce whatever your brand message is, that it's not generic, that it's very specific. That helps the algorithm know more about you to make sure that when someone is looking for you, they can find you, meaning you with the skills that you offer, unique to you. All right. So how to use ChatGPT to create drafts of your LinkedIn About section. For the prompt, you might write a LinkedIn About section using my resume. And then you can paste, copy and paste the text of your resume into the ChatGPT below the prompt. Okay. Or you could say, write a professional resume using my work experience and include my total years of experience, the keyword marketing or sales or fundraising or whatever the keyword is, and keep it shorter than 500 words. That's more specific, right? So again, then you type Shift Enter to create a new line. You copy and paste the text from your resume in. When you get your result, you save it in a separate area. Then you try again. You regenerate. You get another one. You add another prompt. You add more specifics. But remember to save it so that you can then piece together what it is that you really want to present. Again, this is just to, I mean, for many of us, the hardest part is just getting past the blank page, having something to work with. You know, what I usually call the brain dump version, just getting something down on the paper, then polish, polish, polish. ChatGPT helps you with that, right? So you don't have to do the brain dump version. You have a crappy version that you can then polish. ChatGPT creates that version, right? Here's an example of a ChatGPT prompt to create a LinkedIn headline. Write a LinkedIn headline using my resume and keep it shorter than 220 characters. Remember, your LinkedIn headline, which is the text immediately under your name that literally follows you all over LinkedIn. So if I know nothing else about you, I'm going to know what's in your headline. I'm going to know your name. I'm going to see your headshot and your location, but that headline really has to be the thing that makes me want to know more, that makes me want to come see the rest of your profile. So you might have a prompt that says, write a LinkedIn headline in a conversational tone using my work experience and the keyword nonprofit and the keywords nonprofit and manager, keep it shorter than 220 characters. Again, the 220 characters is important because that's the total number of characters you have in a LinkedIn headline. All right. So you can also use ChatGPT to create templates for responses or notes. For example, when you invite someone to connect, I recommend that you always include a note, right? But that note can only be 300 characters, right? So you could use ChatGPT to create templates for the notes that you would write to invite people to connect. Particularly, for example, if you are inviting people who are alumni, went to the same school you did, or worked at the same place you did, or attended the same event that you did. You can send the same one to each person by just personalizing their name. So, hi, John, or hi, Beverly, but the rest of the text is the same that ChatGPT can generate, where you insert the name of the event or the name of the school, and it will just crank out different templates that you can then use, or responses to invitations to connect. Again, you may get invitations to connect from people that you don't know. So you could say, create a response to a LinkedIn invitation from someone that I don't know, and it will generate a response for you to write back. Or responses to unsolicited messages. Maybe somebody is trying to sell you something. They want you to try their whatever service it might be. You can use these templates that you can then just copy and paste as a response in that I'm not interested in that, your virtual assistant service or your lead generation service or whatever service it is they're trying to market to you. So here are examples of ChatGPT prompts to create an invitation to connect or response to one. Write a LinkedIn invitation to connect with University of Maryland alumni and keep it shorter than 300 characters, right? To connect with University of Maryland alumni or whatever school you went to, right? Or write a LinkedIn response to an invitation to connect in a conversational tone, asking the sender for more information about why they want to connect. And it will generate ones which you can then keep and use and copy and paste, copy and paste, and copy and paste. These are routine kinds of communications that you shouldn't have to wordsmith over and over and over again. You can use templates. All right. So I also want to share some other AI platforms that can provide LinkedIn profile customization assistance, because profile optimization assistance, because optimizing your LinkedIn profile is crucial to maximizing your professional opportunities and networking potential. AI optimization tools can help you enhance your profile's visibility, match your job descriptions effectively, and make a lasting impression on potential employers. So here are the top 5 AI tools for LinkedIn profile optimization: Hiration, JobScan, Career Flow, Teal, and Resume Worded. Now, each one offers a free version or a free trial with some basic features, but most require a premium, in other words, paid version for the full suite of enhanced optimization capabilities and functionalities like advanced insights and recommendations. Each one is a little different, so I recommend trying before you buy, take your profile's effectiveness, and provides detailed suggestions for improvement. The tool evaluates key sections like your headline, summary, which is about section, experience, skills, and providing insights into keyword usage, achievements, and industry relevance. JobScan's LinkedIn optimization tool focuses on tailoring your profile to match job descriptions and improve your chances of getting noticed by recruiters. It analyzes your profile and provides optimization recommendations based on keywords. The tool also offers a side-by-side comparison feature to assess the alignment between your profile and specific job postings. Career Flow is a LinkedIn optimization tool designed to offer a range of features to enhance your profile's visibility and optimize your profile, such as keyword analysis, headline suggestions, and content recommendations. The tool also provides insights on profile completeness and engagement metrics. Teal is a LinkedIn review tool that focuses on improving your profile's overall performance and visual appeal. It provides an analysis of your profile's branding, content, and structure. The tool also offers actionable recommendations to enhance your profile's storytelling, design, and engagement. Resume Worded's LinkedIn review tool focuses on analyzing various elements of your profile, like the headline, summary, which is the about section, experience, and skills. It also provides personalized feedback and suggestions to optimize each section for maximum impact. The tool also evaluates your profile's readability, engagement, and keyword usage. In closing, remember the 4 rules of the road. ChatGPT generated content is only the starting point. You will need to tweak whatever content ChatGPT creates for you to make it authentic to you and accurate. You should provide as much guidance as possible in your prompts. Always generate at least 3 versions of any prompt. Then take the final step. Sort through the options ChatGPT has generated, pull what you like from each version, synthesize, then add your own flair to get the finished product. That is my presentation. Thank you to everyone for coming, and connect with me on LinkedIn if we're not already connected. Include a note that you attended the 50 Plus Employment Expo, so that I don't have to write a note back to you saying, who are you? Unless, of course, you're already in the Career Gateway program or you're a Career Gateway grad. I remember all of you. So that is my presentation. Any questions?
Thank you. I'm right now looking through chat, and right now, hold on, let me see. It says, what is your view on the basic LinkedIn or the premium paid version? Are most people using premium in light of the new AI?
Okay, so my general feelings about premium is that it is not worth the expense for most people. Most people do not even make sufficient use of the features that they get for free. So my rule is only pay for premium when you start bumping up against the limits of what you can do for free. When you are continuously getting messages from LinkedIn saying, oh, I'm sorry, you've reached the commercial use limit. Oh, I'm sorry, you can't do this because now you need to pay us, okay? And this was something that Mark mentioned, that when you're getting something for free, and most of the users of LinkedIn are on it for free, They have to be getting money from somewhere, and it's from the employers and the advertisers. They're the true clients of LinkedIn because they are paying. We are not, most of us. Now, I have premium only because I bumped up against the limits of what I could do for free as an instructor. But that's where they get their revenue from. And that's why sometimes LinkedIn does things that are not user friendly. Well, we're not the ultimate customer. So, whether it's, useful for us really isn't, they really don't care that much, because what they want to be able to say to advertisers is we have over 900 million users, right? That's, and they want to generate the analytics of how often those users visit and how many complete their profiles and how many engagements they have and how many times we log on and all of that. That's because then they can use that information to promote that with employers, saying, you'll get this many eyeballs on your job announcement, or this many eyeballs for advertisers on your ad that you have on the pages, on their profiles, right? So again, for most people, premium really isn't worth what you're paying for it. So you get some in-mails, which are messages that you send. Basically, you're trying to send you're able to send a message or an email, basically using LinkedIn as the server, to someone who's not a first degree connection. That's all an in-mail is. You're sending a message to someone who's not a first degree connection. Well, you can only do that if you have premium. You used to be able to do that for free. You had a limited number. Now they've taken that away entirely. And in order to send a message to someone on LinkedIn, they have to be a first degree connection, meaning you have to be connected. Well, just invite them to connect, right? Don't pay for all that, pay all that money just to be able to send them a message. Invite them to connect. Once they say yes, then you can send them as many messages as you want. So that's one benefit of premium, being able to send in-mails. The other is being able to do more searches. But you can do searches on LinkedIn on the free program. It's just the number of searches that you can do that they limit. And most people never reach that limit per month, right? And that would be the only reason I would recommend paying for premium, is that if you're consistently month after month reaching up against the limits of the number of searches you can do, then it's worth it. But otherwise, it's not.
Okay,
I don't recommend it.
That's good to know. And we do have a question for you. Let me go back up to it. How do I access the 4 different features reviewed for LinkedIn ChatGPT?
The 4 different features.
How do I access the 4 different features reviewed for LinkedIn ChatGPT? Now I'm going to post Justin's going to post the presentation to the Expo website. And this evening, I'll send it out to everybody as well. If there's something in the presentation, if that's what you're talking about. And I just posted Dr. Barnes' LinkedIn information in chat.
Yeah.
And the 4 features presented at the end is what this person is asking.
Okay, let's go back then.
You'll be able to listen to the workshop recordings. Within 10 days, we'll have a link from the Expo's website to the JCA YouTube channel. And that will also be provided to you at a later date as well. This evening, you'll receive all the contact information for all the employers and the workshop speakers.
And this is my email address if you want to email me. Oh, Teal. Oh, yeah, just go to their website, teal.com, hiration.com, careerflow.com. And again, you'll see all of their websites, what you can do for free. Again, sometimes they'll offer a free version or a free trial to get you to allow you to test it. Again, they're gonna, limit your ability to access the premium features until you pay. Again, even if you decide you like Hiration versus what CareerFlow offers or whatever, if you try the free trial or try the basic features, they may allow you to do month to month rather than pay for the full year. So in that case, even if you do decide to pay, you can just get it for 1 month and see if you use it frequently enough to really justify that expense. The bottom line with all of this is do what you can do for free first, see if it's something that you actually do use, and then start gradually. Again, start with, month to month. It may be a little bit more expensive on the front end to go month to month rather than paying for the full year, but still that's usually more cost effective than paying for the full year and not using it at all. Again, if you find that you use it a lot in that first month, you can always switch to, buying the full year or whatever and taking advantage of the savings there. But generally, it's best to ease into these things because we often have ideas that we're going to use technology more than we actually end up using it.
That's true. Someone was just asking if, and you may not know because you're not LinkedIn employee. Can one stop the premium if they no longer need the higher functionality?
Well, again, if you're going month to month, you can cancel and not pay for the next month. But if you purchased it for the year, you're not going to get a refund. You're not going to get your money back.
Right.
All you could do is not sign up for the next year, but you're never going to get a refund.
And Elisse, something, if I could just ask you to talk to, when people have their profile, there are different words that are in their profile, that are hanging, looking for work or whatever it is. Can you talk to that for a moment and have the importance of maybe putting that little note in your actual face photo of yourself?
All right. So the discussion about the open to work frame around your headshot. Again, this is there are some people who say that appears desperate. I don't know who these people are. I think that is nonsense. Better to have the open to work frame around your headshot than to have as your headline looking for new opportunities, seeking new opportunities. All you've told me is that you're unemployed. You have a limited number of characters, 220 characters in your headline, which literally follows you all over LinkedIn. If I know nothing else, if you come up in a search, if I'm looking for someone with your skill set and you are one of those thumbnails that LinkedIn offers to me and all your headline says is looking for new opportunities, you've told me nothing about your brand. You've told me nothing about your skills, your expertise, which is what I want to know. Just saying I'm unemployed, so and you and millions of others. I mean, the question is always, why you? Why would I choose you out of all of the other people that do what you do? Because none of us are truly unique professionally. There are hundreds of thousands of people that do what we do. Hundreds of thousands of facilitators, trainers, even tens of thousands of LinkedIn trainers, okay? So your headline really needs to speak to your unique skill set. Right now, that doesn't mean you can't have, in your about section, a line that says seeking new opportunities or open to work or, available to start immediately or something like that. But that is minor compared to what needs to be emphasized, which is the skill set you're going to bring to the next potential employer. If I am convinced that you have the right skill set, and our recruiters talk about this, even if you have a job, if I think you're the perfect person for the position we're trying to fill, I'll go after you even if you have a job.
Right.
Because the point is, can you fill this need? Can you solve our problem? Can you do what we need to get done to, increase our profits, minimize our expenses, So you really want to use your headline to indicate your skill set, not that you're out of work.
And
That is not a compelling reason to hire you, that you are out of work. That doesn't mean that you can't let potential employers know, and most positions are found through the hidden job market, meaning referrals. So by adding that banner to your headshot, not banner, frame to your headshot, you're letting everyone know. The people who were like, oh, I didn't know you were looking. You know what? I just heard about something that is perfect for you. If I had known you were looking, well, now they know because it's on your headshot. They know you're looking, right? So now people can help you. Now people know that you need help, that you need assistance. I always say, if the only person looking for a job for you is you are never going to find it. You have reduced your odds of finding it. Your goal is to recruit as many people as possible. And by using that frame, you're letting as many people as possible, because everybody can see it, know that you are looking, that you're looking for another opportunity. Okay.
I have two questions for you.
Yes.
The first is, what does a brand look like? And the second one is, someone apparently ChatGPT suggested they call themselves an influential columnist and an expert on public affairs. Is it appropriate to label oneself as influential and expert, even if it's true in some circle?
Yeah, I would leave that to other people. I would leave that to other people to my thing is, I think it's better to let me conclude that you are influential by noticing that you have all these connections, you have all these people, you're published in all these different blogs or magazines, you have all these interviews, let me reach that conclusion, right? You just give me the facts. So rather than saying I'm influential, say I've been published in this magazine, this newspaper, I've been interviewed by these people, just give me the facts and I will conclude that you are influential, right? So, and again, it's not bragging if it's true. If you were interviewed on NBC, MSNBC, ABC, that's a fact. That's not bragging, that's fact, right? If you were quoted in the Washington Post, if you were quoted in the New York Times, tell me that and let me conclude that you're influential. So I would not use that. You definitely want to talk about your expertise, the areas that you have expertise in. Using that word expertise is fine. I don't have any problem with that at all. But again, let somebody else say you're an expert at. You talk about your expertise.
Sorry, does that tie into then what does a brand look like?
Right. So your brand is really sort of what people, when they hear your name, what do they think of? What is that sort of, what is that skill set, that basic skill set that you have, that you bring, that you're so good at, that I would hire you to do it for me. And it's short and it's concise and it's easy, right? I never say that I go by your LinkedIn driving instructor, but people say, oh, you're the LinkedIn lady, right? Yeah, you're the lady who talks about LinkedIn. I don't brand myself as the LinkedIn lady, but okay, whatever. Or they'll say, oh, you're the LinkedIn driving instructor. That's my brand, right? Because I consider myself an instructor, a trainer, right? I'm not the LinkedIn coach. I'm the LinkedIn driving instructor, because that's my brand, right? So again, it's that short sort of instantaneous, oh yes. One of my clients, her headline says she is a nonprofit administrator with an organizer's precision and a servant's heart. That's her brand. The heart, the precision, the nonprofit sphere. Those three things, right? And that's repeated over and over and over again throughout her profile, so that I know, okay, this is a person who has an organizer's precision and a servant's heart in the nonprofit sphere. Yeah. It's three things. It's very simple. It's easy to remember. That's your brand, right? It's just like McDonald's, fast food and great French fries. That's their brand, right? So again, what is it that I immediately think of when I see you? That's your
And
brand.
thank you. We do have a question that's about you. Someone was trying to research vintageworkforce.com, and I guess they were trying to see if you had a website.
I do have a website, but my website is under my name. It's right here on this page. So if you go to Dr. Elisse Barnes, JD, PhD, you will find my website.
That's great. And I did put all that information in chat so everybody can save that and they'll have that. And they can also click on it from there as well. I know we have just a few minutes left. I do have a question for you because I get this in emails. People saying they don't believe that employers, I'm not lying, are not using LinkedIn to hire them, to find people. And I said employers find people via LinkedIn and networking, and you need to be doing both. Could you just talk to that for just a moment, please?
Okay, so you get emails from people saying that employers are not using LinkedIn?
They don't believe that LinkedIn is a place where an employer is going to find them.
Okay, so here's the thing, and this is my approach about LinkedIn, and I really say this. Okay, if you think that just by having a LinkedIn profile, something magical is going to happen, like employers going to be knocking down your door. So you have a LinkedIn profile, you put up a LinkedIn profile, you put in what you think of the keywords, and then you think, okay, now they're going to be knocking down my door. And that doesn't happen. So you think, oh, well, then LinkedIn doesn't work because they're not like knocking down my door. There are 900 million profiles on LinkedIn. It's in 200 countries. It's in 26 languages. And none of us are truly unique professionally. So if you're waiting around for something magical to happen just because you have a LinkedIn profile, that's crazy. LinkedIn is another source of information for you to find. It is a huge global database for you to find people who can be on your job search team. Team Arlene, Team Ann, all those people who are funneling jobs to you that are still being passed via email because they don't want to put it out on the general market and get thousands of applications from unqualified people. So they are sending it out to people they know, and people are referring people. And that's the job market that you want to tap into, because once it's on the web, now it's like playing the lotto, right? The odds have gone down for you because so many people are now applying for that same job. So yes, employers are using LinkedIn. If I am a hiring manager and the applicant tracking system has whittled down the 100 completed applications to 25, I still don't want to bring in 25 people to interview them.
Mm-hmm.
So now I'm looking for more information. I've got your resume already, so I know what's on your resume, but I'm not bringing in all these people. I got to get this down to 6 at best, right? So now I'm going to Google you. And because of the LinkedIn algorithm, the first thing that's going to come up in that Google search is the URL to your LinkedIn profile. And I'm going to click on that and look for more information about you. So now I have your photo, I have your brand. You can use your LinkedIn profile in ways you can't use a resume because you're limited by the structure of resumes. They have to be 2 pages. They need to be in the third person. They need to account for every minute of your time for the last, 15 years. So, the amount of information you can get on there and the specific way you have to put it on there limits you in a lot of ways, in ways that your LinkedIn profile does not, where you can really communicate your passions.
Right.
So, and the endorsements of other people, like recommendations, right? Right there on your LinkedIn profile, not on your resume. So this is your opportunity to fill in the gaps, to give them more information that's not on your resume. Okay, what your skills are. They should replicate the skills that you have on your resume, though. I mean, I tell people the way to look at your LinkedIn profile is your resume is your past. Your LinkedIn profile is your future. And the two of them together create the 360-degree view of you as a professional. Okay. So, you know, your LinkedIn profile is essential. Most of the people using LinkedIn are younger than us, and they expect you to have a LinkedIn profile. If you don't have a LinkedIn profile, that's suspicious to them, and it reinforces the notion that people over 50 aren't tech savvy, right? So if you don't have a LinkedIn profile, you're invisible to them. You don't exist to them. They're suspicious of your computer capabilities because you can only do LinkedIn on a computer. So obviously you know how to work a computer, right? So if you're not where they are, and they are taught, they are, they attend training sessions to learn how to use LinkedIn to find people. So the expectation is that you're there. If you're not there, you're invisible. Okay. So, yeah, you need to be on LinkedIn. It's absolutely essential. It's essential for them to find you, but it's also essential because of who you can find. And that is the real key to LinkedIn. And I've done some LinkedIn presentations that are either on the JCA website or on YouTube or somewhere that talks about how it's about who you find, not who finds you. That's the real value of LinkedIn. Not that they aren't searching for you, they are, but the odds of them finding you because of the vastness of LinkedIn, it is better. You are better served by using it as a database to find people to join your job search team than you are waiting around for something magical to happen.
Yeah, it's such a wonderful tool to use to find employers, to find out about employers, to be able to then go to somebody's page and then find a website that maybe you'd been searching for about that employer to do research before your interview. There's
Find
just,
somebody who works there,
yeah,
find somebody who is connected to somebody you know to get an introduction, to get all that information that you need that's not going to be on the website, that really tells you what a work environment is like. What is it like to work there? To find people to do informational interviews with. I mean,
and
it's
we
just such a useful database, and people love to talk about their jobs. They'll tell you, talk to you for 30 minutes to tell you everything they hate about their jobs.
true.
But that's the kind of information that you need. That's the kind of intel that you need that you can only get from another human being.
And I have one.
And I'll be much more willing to talk to you if you come to me if you are referred to me by someone that I know or trust. And that's how you find those connections on LinkedIn. You connect to people, and the more connections you have, the more likely it is that you will have a first or second degree connection at one of these companies that you're interested in working for, where you can get that intel. I mean, we've had situations where people have met with people, and again, they don't have to know you all that well, have met with people, and the person has said, I will, after a hour conversation or 45-minute conversation, they say, give me your resume. And they take it to someone who says, oh, they need to structure their resume to talk about this, this, and this. And they tweak their resume. And, so they're getting inside information about how to tweak their resume to better position themselves for a job at that company.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. And if you would, there's a question at the 11:44 mark about how do you include references in LinkedIn?
Mm-hmm.
If you could talk to that, we're
I
at the
will.
point now
I'll jump in the
where,
chat.
yeah,
All right.
I want to thank
Let
you
me
so much
stop
for
my
doing
share here.
your presentation today. We greatly appreciate it. It's always good to see you.